brothers in arms, but divided by a flag. These current and previous New Zealand soldiers are used to working together on the battlefield.
That was horrible.
But are miles apart off it when it comes to deciding if the country is ready for a new flag.
I think that the new flag represents the new multicultural New Zealand. And so it has links to the past, it celebrates our present, and it also very bravely looks to the future.
I don't believe it's worth making the change now for a decision that we may regret.
We're still a constitutional monarchy, so we still should be flying the Union Jack on our flag.
More than 3 million voting papers were sent out this week in the second and final referendum, costing taxpayers 27 million New Zealand dollars. In the first vote in November last year, voters were asked to choose between 5 designs to go up against the current 114-year-old flag. They chose this one, the Silver Fern flag by Kyle Lockwood. Historian Dr. Caroline Daly says despite the long and democratic process, it hasn't come at the right time.
Governments that change flags tend to do so because of a really major event, becoming a republic. South Africa's flag changing after Nelson Mandela is released from prison and ascends to presidency. So we haven't had one of those big events, which I think is why a lot of people are thinking, well, why bother?
The current New Zealand flag is one of just a handful left in the world with the Union flag on it. Those for a change say it's too often confused with the Australian one. The Australians are also considering a change. Proponents there are urging New Zealand to be the first, placing this ad in the national newspaper. But for those who fought under the flag, it's not such an easy decision.
It's also borne witness to major events in this country, and so it has a lot of history behind it. So it's not something that you can discard.
I'm not a complete dinosaur, so if the country decides to change, I'll go with it.
The Silver Fern flag, I love it.
A nation's flag is meant to unite a country, but this referendum process has shown just how emotional and divisive a flag change can be. One way or the other, New Zealanders will find out which flag will take them forward in 2 weeks' time. Carly Flynn, Al Jazeera, Auckland, New Zealand.